I want to say a little bit about compassion. Compassion method. Which is whenever you're going through suffering, pain, anxiety, worry, any you see, or anger, emotions. Moment that happens in the practice of compassion, you begin to say, not only just think of yourself, you see, because normally we're so absorbed and caught up in ourselves, we don't notice anything. We're very insensitive. In fact, when you really experience pain or suffering, sometimes suffering can be incredible, but suffering can really teach you. Suffering can show you humility and compassion. Because when you start suffering, then suddenly you begin to wake up saying, how other people are suffering, they must be feeling. Because you have a direct experience of them. Is that clear? I remember once someone who had been really experiencing so much physical pain, really painful, like unceasing pain. And he felt his life is absolutely useless, meaningless. Then I taught this meditation, this practice of compassion that you see, whenever you go through pain and suffering like that, do remember to recognize that there are so many people, so many hundreds and millions of people who are suffering, sometimes much more than you. Much more than you. Much more than you. You understand? To really see so many people suffering more. And then you pray to the Buddhas and all the enlightened beings saying that with this pain, may I take upon this pain all the pain and suffering of others. Or if there's anxiety, there are so many people being experience anxiety attacks. May I take upon this anxiety, all the anxiety of others. May they not suffer. May they overcome. Now, I don't know how much you benefit, as Dalai Lama often says, with compassion. People think compassion is good for the others, but not for yourself. He says that's a mistaken understanding. He says, I don't know how much your compassion, when you practice compassion, how much others benefit. Maybe 50%, maybe. But the real 100% beneficiary of your practice of compassion is yourself. So when you practice this, actually, you're able to, I don't know how, maybe others benefit also, but more than that is you are able to transform the suffering into an act of compassion and give its purpose and meaning. Take upon the suffering of others. Just as Christ died on the cross, taking the sins of the world, that's the principle like Tonglen, taking on the suffering of others, like that. So each time, even when you get anger, you see, there are so many people who are angry. Because sometimes it's interesting, moment when you're angry, you just cut that. It may have way of kind of distracting. You understand? When you're like this, when you're angry, then you simply say, instead of just getting angry and going on and on, just think, just say, well, suddenly you become aware that anger, there are so many other people who are angry and who suffer as a result of anger. May I take upon myself the anger of all others. When you really practice that way, something amazing that happens. It's very powerful. Really something that just kind of, transforms that anger into something useful.